Aquarius, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so I know this is super late. I know people are going to want to be in the comments talking shit. Lissette, it's the end of the month, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. I wanted to get this out. The reason why I'm delayed, guys, is because I actually ended up taking a trip last week, last minute, to celebrate hitting 100K. I'm just super, super excited about that. So, Aquarius, thank you, gang. Thank you for all the love, support, the subscriptions, telling your friends and family about my channel. Thank you so much for that. It's truly just changed my life. And you guys know I'm part of y'all with the Aquarius Rising that I have within me. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. Let's see what's been going on in April, although I know it's just about over. So we're going to backtrack till about April 15th. We'll look forward until May 15th, and then I'll have your May readings out at a good time, okay? So let's see what's going on with y'all. We're going to do a quick overview here. Now, for those of you that are on Instagram, you can find me there, High Vibrations 44. I do post daily energies every single day. And then, yeah, you could just see my life and the shit that I'm always going through. So let's see what's going on, y'all. What is going on with the sign of Aquarius? All right, y'all. I feel like I've really been tapping into my Aquarius side more than ever lately. Sometimes I'm more of my Pisces Moon. Sometimes I'm more of my Taurus Sun. But I'm like, you know what? To survive right now, I need to go into Aquarius mode. Because, yeah, they're real as fuck. So let me pull out that side of me. All right. So we have past, present, future. All right, y'all. So the energy that we have here is the Ace of Swords, all right? The Ace of Swords is all about a new beginning that's going to come into your life, but it does mean that there's some sort of bullshit that you need to cut out at the same time. So we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Strength card, and Temperance card. So this says a lot. It's showing that there's something that just wasn't working out. Maybe you weren't seeing eye to eye with someone. Maybe someone was fucking with your money, or you weren't getting it in the way that you expected it to come in. Or maybe you had just some sort of loss of finances, but there's just something that wasn't working out, and now your soul feels stronger and more at ease with what you're cutting out and the new beginning that you're actually going towards. But this is something that I feel there was just an imbalance with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse here. So let's look at the past, Aquarius. The first card that we have here is the Sun card. So this is usually going to be good things that are coming in, you know, blessings that we feel coming into our lives. At the same time, it could be things that come to light. All right, we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Let's pull one more card here. We have the Four of Pentacles, okay, in the reverse. So with that energy there, especially with the Nine of Swords and the Two of Cups in the reverse as the energy, there is something that you guys are really, really in your head about. All right, something where you felt like you were losing sleep at night, or maybe you're just, again, your thoughts just getting the best of you. Maybe you had a fallout with a person, whether it's a friend, a lover, you know, just a family member. It could have been you leaving a job, but something fell out, and it's something that really made you anxious. Now, with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, either this really, really just threw you off where you weren't yourself, or for some Aquariuses, it could have been the fact that maybe something just really bothered you, but you kind of threw fuel in the fire, okay? Because with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, that's someone who can tend to overreact sometimes and make things worse than what it is. Also someone who's really, really in their heads, and someone who puts up a super high wall, all right? Four of Pentacles in the reverse, you just being reserved, you protecting yourself against something, okay? Now, we do have the Ten of Pentacles here, so let's see why this is showing up. This is going to be a card about maybe money that came in, or something that just makes you feel very good and abundant. You have the Three of Wands in the reverse, the Star card in the reverse. You guys lost faith in something. It's something that wasn't going to be able to grow, but because of that, it's like now the universe is putting you on a track where you can be way more abundant. So again, I do see a struggle to kind of release something, but I see so many blessings and so many come-ups that come into your life once you're letting this go. But again, you feel a heavy weight on your shoulder. You have the Ten of Wands here as your last card for the past. Now, when you get tens, just numerology speaking, well, speaking of numerology and just how it's portrayed in tarot, 10 is a number of completion. Okay, it's when something is finishing, when something's ending. So sometimes, yes, it can be kind of like a heavy, heavy burden, especially if it's the Ten of Wands. But it's kind of like being at a climax. Okay, it's like it's only gonna get better from here. This is the worst that a situation can get. So you're letting something go. There's good things coming into your life, but you're conflicted within yourself. Okay, but although you may be burdened or conflicted within yourself, you've actually avoided conflict altogether. And it puts you into manifestation mode with you being the magician. So, guys, honestly, whether, because all of these energies could be vice versa. So maybe someone let you go, okay? So it can be either way. But the overall, energy of this is you walk away from something that may not be easy, that may bother you, but you have so many beautiful blessings coming in, and you're able to manifest more for yourself. The magician doesn't need anyone else, okay? You see the cups here, you see the swords here, you see the wands here, you see the pentacles here. There's every element in this, okay? So you're really in a place where now you can create more, okay? I'm totally resonating with this so far anyways. But let's see what's going on in your present moment, guys. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse as the energy here. So with the Nine of Swords and the Two of Cups behind that, in this case, if it wasn't you kind of being a leech towards another person, then it was someone who was kind of leeching your energy. It could have been something that was financial. It could have been something that, was just energetically speaking. But yeah, someone was really just tapping another person out, just draining someone out, okay? Now, the first card that you guys have for the present moment is a Hierophant in the reverse. So whether this card is in the upright and the reverse, I love it because it tells me whether or not I'm on the right path, whether this path can help me to get to, my highest potential. And in this case, it's showing that there's something that wasn't conventional, something that was a fallout, or something that you do need to fall away from. The Devil card in the reverse. So you're moving away from toxic habits, toxic people, just anything that wasn't going to help you to get to where you needed to be. Okay, and you have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and that transition may just hurt you. Okay, people get kind of like a preconceived notion that sometimes Aquarians can be cold, and it's like, no, we're not cold, we're just really in our head about things, and we don't necessarily like being in a place where we're going to look super vulnerable. One of my best friends is an Aquarius, and I remember the first time she told me she loved me, she was like, Lissette, I love you, I really do love you, but if you ever tell anybody I said that, I'm gonna deny it. And I'm like, bitch, come on, you love me and everybody knows it. So it's kind of just, it's more to be protective, but you guys love very deeply, okay? So yeah, something that you guys are cutting out. Now, the next card that you guys have for your present moment, and this is the center of this whole spread, we have the Moon card in the reverse. So with this being here, you're fully just awakening. This is when you've gotten past any secrets that could have been painful. You've gotten past anything that maybe you didn't understand. It's like you're more woke now, okay? So all of this is leading to you just waking up, guys, okay? It's a good thing. You have the Eight of Cups. Who or what did you have to walk away from in order to do this? So I feel like, because there's so many ways that we can learn lessons, but with this specifically, I think that pain is teaching us a lesson right now. Okay, so if it's not pain, then it's just something that could be a bit uncomfortable. Okay, the Hanged Man in the reverse. You're walking away from anything in life that felt forced, anything that felt like, you had to jump through hoops and bend over backwards for it. You didn't want that anymore. So anything that just is not fitting naturally into your life, you're letting that go. With this being the center, that's going to be the focus of everything, guys. If you're doing too much for it, I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care what it is, whether it's a job, whether it's a lover, whether it's a friend. It doesn't matter. Cut them the fuck out. Right? Anybody who's giving you trouble, anybody who's just not being zen with you, it's like, yo, I don't even want to fight. Like, either we're going to do this or we're not. And if it's going to be something that, makes me want to go crazy, is it worth it? Is it worth the mental energy? Is it worth the emotional energy? And in this case, it's going to completely block you. You guys can't be in a place where you feel blocked right now, okay? Maybe someone's holding secrets from you. Maybe you're holding secrets from someone else, okay? But something in your life, guys, here you are with the King of Swords, and with the Two of Wands in the verse, it's like you weren't on the right path with something. There's something that was kind of pushing you off course, all right? And you guys are realizing that, all right? With the Five of Cups, though, this is someone who could be crying over spilled milk. But you want to make sure that you're focusing on what you still have going for you as opposed to what's not working out for you right now. Okay, it wasn't meant to be there, guys. Three of Swords. So maybe you're feeling heartbroken. Maybe you broke someone else's heart. Maybe you're disappointed. Maybe someone else is disappointed because of you. But something just wasn't going to work. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And this is something, you know, that someone tries and tries to get off the ground, but you know, they don't get the intended outcome that they wanted with the situation. All right. For some of you, maybe you're dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorns. For others of you, this could be something that has to do with your finances, you know, with the King of Pentacles. You have the Lover's card and you have the Ten of Swords. So if it wasn't you falling out from a love situation where there was a betrayal, then it's you guys having some sort of harsh or sudden ending with something that could have to do with finances. All right. Now with the King of Pentacles, if it's not a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and mind you, whether it's king or queen, it can be a female or male. Okay. It's just a matter of what the card itself represents. But if it wasn't a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, then this is someone who's just going to be very reliable, very good with money, someone who, for the most part, is very down to earth. They're humble, you know, they're able to roll up their sleeves and really work very hard. Okay, someone who, you know, just think of that earth energy. What does earth represent to you? So that would be the qualities that this person has, even if it's not an earth energy, okay? All right, so moving forward into the future, the first card that we have here is the Fool card, all right? Going into completely uncharted territories, doing something completely new, y'all. Six of Swords, but knowing that you have to let go of something that was important to you. Okay? It's just a transition, Aquarius. And it's going to be a very good one. So just know that pain is temporary. It really just, with time, everything goes away. You have a new beginning that needs your attention. All right? So try not to dwell on this too much because you're going to want to embrace what it is that you need. And with the Empress card, yes, this could be the goddess of fertility. So for some of you, maybe that's pregnancy. Okay, but in this case, I really don't feel pregnancy for a lot of you. Just know that this is going to be a beginning that needs to be tended to. All right, so think of this as a garden. You can't just plant the seed and walk away and come back 5 months later to see what you have. You have to go every day. You have to water this every day. You have to talk to the plants, nourish the plants, whatever it is that you have to do. Make sure it's getting sunlight. So this is something that's going to need your attention. So again, don't let this fuck you up too much. Okay, with that Six of Swords energy. You have the Eight of Swords, so it's like you're moving forward and you have this new start, but mentally you're still stuck. Swords is a mental card, so this is when our thoughts are getting in the way, our anxieties are getting in the way, and we kind of put ourselves in this mental prison that doesn't necessarily need to be there. This is us saying, I can't move, I can't see anything, and you know, it's like you have this blindfold on and someone's just like, yo, so take the fucking blindfold off so you can see it. So it's really what it is. It's feeling like there's a limitation there that isn't actually there. Okay, it's just your own limitations on yourself. Six of Wands. You're hesitant to move forward mentally, but you have success. Come on, Aquarius. Get out of your head, guys. This is something very good. And it's because you're fed up because of something you had to let go of. But guys, don't you understand? The universe is clearly looking out for you right now. Okay, the universe is giving you something big. Are you going to take it? Okay, don't dwell. I know it's easier said than done sometimes. Now you have the King of Cups, so for some of you, there could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that's going to be very significant in your future. We have the Judgment card upright. And we have the Seven of Wands. For some of you, you're going to be having a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, who's going to be very significant at a time where you don't feel like you have control in your life. You guys feeling like you don't have control in your life is just that, just a feeling. You have complete control. There, you know, with any card that could be bad or heartbreaking, you guys always have a positive card next to it. So it's like, yeah, you're dealing with a situation that may suck emotionally or mentally, but you're still moving up. You never lose momentum. You only lose it if you feel like your feelings are just too heavy that day and you don't do anything that day, but that's on you. All right, so whatever it is that you guys are going through, I don't want you to blame anybody else for certain things that may not have worked. I want you guys to take full responsibility and know that you're still going to do something big. So if whatever it is coming into your life doesn't work, it's on you. Okay? You can't give other people power to push you off course with what it is that you need to be doing. So for those of you that have a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that comes in, I think it's a good idea to keep them around. Okay? For others of you, this is just going to be someone who is very loving, who's very tender, someone who's very easy to talk to. So if it's not romantic, then it's just, think of someone that's just going to help you to get through this. You know, that person who's therapy to you. And with water signs, it's, you know, water and tarot, or just in general, element wise, it's just very healing. It's very fluid. It's very transparent. So you're going to have an energy that's helping you to get through all of this. So I beg of you guys to please just focus on what's coming in and not dwell on what didn't work out. And I'm telling you, in time, you guys are going to be like, ooh, I'm so happy that didn't work out. So I just feel something very big, Aquarius. Are you ready for it? All right. Don't let anybody take that shit away from you. Okay, guys. So I'm going to give you 3 cards of advice here. And then I'm going to pull you an oracle card. And then, yeah, I got one more sign to do. And then I'm going to get on my May readings. So I can be on time for once in my life. All right, guys. So let's see what's going on. So this deck, guys, that I'm using, it's the Wild Unknown Tarot. And then I'll talk about the Oracle deck in a second when I pull that bad boy out. We have the 5 of Swords, Knight of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Emperor, Energy, the Magician in the reverse. Whether it's you or another person that you're dealing with, manipulation in a situation, or just something that you should not be manifesting. If it's within love, there's going to be conflict because someone's cheating or someone's just not being honest. There's going to be a need for you guys to take on the Emperor. The Emperor is someone who they're really able to think in a very wise way. Okay, think about a ruler of a city. They can't just go based off of their emotions. They have to really take into consideration the greater good for everybody. So it's someone who's going to make that responsible choice. Okay, so it's time to boss up. Even if you want to react emotionally, it's not going to help you here. You have to play it smart. Okay. If this has nothing to do with love for you guys, and it's just something conflicting that makes a person who could be reliable just look very unreliable. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Devil card. Yeah, so there's something toxic around you that has the ability to really throw you guys off, and now you're on the fence. Do I stick with this or do I not? This is a no-brainer. We don't stick with this shit. All right, I don't give a fuck who it is, what it's doing to you. If it's stressing you out, you cannot allow that in your life right now, guys. Such a strong, powerful energy is coming in. And I don't want you guys to be caught up on bullshit and miss your opportunity. Do not miss your opportunity, okay? Because right now you could feel, you know, that sense of instant gratification. Sorry, there's a little fly there, but you can feel that sense of instant gratification if you go back to whatever it is that's hurting you, okay? Granted. But look at yourself 5 years down the road. Okay, it's like, okay, I stayed in that situation and here I am and I'm miserable and I'm not happy. Where had I gone towards this new opportunity, imagine where I would have been by now, and I would have been over that situation. Okay, sometimes it just feels like we're never going to get over things, and that it you know, it's going to consume us forever and we're going to feel like shit forever, but that's not the truth. All right, so regardless of the pain that you're going through, or, you know, whatever inconvenience you're feeling within your, you know, body, mind, soul, you guys have to continue to move forward. We have to continue to move forward, guys. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your oracle card. And this is Earth Magic Oracle Cards by Stephen D. Farmer. I'm like so upset right now. I don't know if you guys caught that when I just looked at my phone. I legit just changed my number because I just want to start over. I don't want everyone from my past having my number. And my parents, without even asking me, gave my number to someone that I've been trying to avoid. And this person has been calling me all day. And I'm just like, oh my God. Thank you, Mommy and Daddy. Y'all are the absolute best on this planet. What would I do without you? Anyways, breathe. Okay? That's the energy you guys are getting. Look at the energy here. Blessings. This was at the bottom of the deck. Breathe blessings. I'm going to be very real with y'all for a second, because this is literally just saying, just take a moment, guys. Breathe this thing out. So recently, I don't want to say that I'm codependent on alcohol or anything like that. It's just that I work from home, and when I'm done with my work day, I'll have a shot or two. That's just That's just my groove. And I was kind of raised like that, where every night I would, have dinner with the family. They'd have a glass of wine. It wasn't a big deal. So I've been really just trying to cut that out, because I've really just been trying to elevate myself. So in regards to like smoking weed or drinking alcohol, it's not something that I want to abuse. Okay. And it's something that I realized that maybe I was doing a little bit too much of it. And it kind of made me question what is it that I've been hiding, or what is it that I've been trying to kind of run from? Where does this need to what's the word for it, to self-medicate, where is this need coming from? So recently, and this was very recently, like last week, 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago, but I was in a situation where I was hanging out with a friend, and I'm like, I don't want to drink, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to do anything. And it caused me not so much anxiety, but I'm just like, I want to do something productive with my time. And it was like a Friday night, so we used to get lit on Friday nights. So I just felt so awkward, honestly. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to watch TV. That can be brainwashing, and I don't want that right now. I don't want to be on social media, because it's just a whole bunch of bullshit just being fed to me. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to drink. I don't want to read right now because I'm with somebody, and I just don't want to, be rude in that way. And it's just like, I'm like, okay, what do I do? And I'm just like looking for that. And it made me understand why people self-medicate, because you're in that spot where it's just like, okay, what do I do? Like, what do I actually do with my time? Especially if you're not in a place where like you can work out at that moment. Like, what do you do with your time? If you're trying to do something productive and your whole workday has passed and you've been productive in that sense. So it's just like, what do you do with that empty space? So honestly, we started to meditate. And it was just such like, I haven't sat down like this and meditated in like so long. And usually when I meditate, especially at night, I pass out within like 5-10 minutes. Okay. It always does the trick for me. But this time I was not tired at all. My soul was so restless, and I was like apologizing to my friend because I felt so awkward. And that's kind of like when the Aquarius side of me just took over, where it's just like, I don't want to be emotional right now, but I kind of feel emotional right now. And like, I kid you not, and I like looked at my friend and apologized right before it happened, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to cry like so hard right now, and I don't know why, and I don't know where it's coming from. So like in the middle of this meditation, I just start like sobbing and crying and crying and crying. And after I cried to the point that I just couldn't cry anymore, I'm like, where's that coming from? And it's like there was a version of myself that came up to me and was like, Lissette, why haven't you let me out? And it was the girl that I had kind of suppressed because of all the self-medication, and she's like crying to me like, I have so much good I want to do. I want to change the world, but you're not letting me be seen. You keep blurring me out. You keep finding ways to escape from me, and I'm here. So it was just such a powerful experience. And at that point, my friend just like grabbed my hand, and we just sat there, and it wasn't awkward anymore at this point. I wasn't anxious anymore. And I kid you not, for like 15 minutes straight, maybe even longer, because I feel like this was like an hour process of us just going through these like mental cycles. And I just closed my eyes, and we were just in unison with our breathing. And I think it's the most spiritual thing I've ever felt in my life. And I come from a very spiritual background, very spiritual family. Like, I've seen a lot of crazy shit that you guys wouldn't believe unless you saw it with your own two eyes. I've seen a lot. So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I never knew the power of breathing. So I was breathing. And it made me realize that my breath has been shallow for years, for a long time. Think about it right now as you're watching this, especially if you're in pain. Have you been taking deep breaths? Or has it kind of been like, what is this person doing? What's going on right now? Are you letting that anxiety fill you up? If you just... and you just repeat. That's how you get back in tune with yourself, guys. We're very spiritual vessels. We've been so suppressed throughout the past thousands of years because of, alcohol, because of drugs, because of, more recently social media and TV and all that. Like, we are the most non-tapped in generation, like, and so long. And it's just like, it makes you... I don't know how to say it without sounding crazy, especially if a person has never, meditated to that extent. But like, I no longer felt like a person. I felt like a light. I felt myself gliding through this world and through this universe. And I'm just like, holy shit. We don't need to seek anything or anyone else. Like, we are literally able to heal ourselves. We are able to do so much. And everyone's always praying to God and praying to all these things. And I'm not saying that it's bad, but you got to understand that the real relationship with the creator of this universe is knowing that you are part of that. You are your own God. You are your own light. We all have such magnificent power. And these people who claim to be, you know, these high up light workers, these priests, these deacons, whoever it is, it's not that they know more than we do. It has nothing to do with that. They just took more time to tap in. That's all it is. So guys, this means a lot to me, seeing this, especially, you know, since I'm part of this reading. Stop taking shallow breaths. Breathe. Just fucking breathe for a second. Stop calling friends. Stop getting anxious. Stop crying. Stop turning on the TV. Stop finding these distractions. Breathe. And it's going to feel painful for the first few minutes. It will. Because it's like you feel like you're intaking all this crazy energy that's around you. But every time you breathe out, just release that. Guys, I swear to God, after 5 to 10 minutes, not only will you have such a different perspective on life, but you're going to find this calmness that you didn't know was there. All right? So Aquarius, I love you guys. Breathe. Okay? Really good message. So, again, guys, my Instagram is highvibrations44. If you guys would like to get a personal reading, you can book it right on my website, highvibrationswithliz.com. Everything is in the description below. I do offer 30-minute readings, or if you just need a quick question answered, then you can go ahead, follow all the directions on the website. And then, yeah, just make sure you email me. If it's a question that you want, just to email me after so that I don't miss it, okay? I love you guys so much. Good luck with everything, and I will be here for you guys very soon with the May reading.